you're like me and you would like to create some stone steps, I've always wanted to do it. I'm going to do it in the cottage, but you haven't got any budget. I haven't got a budget neither. I'm going to show you some simple ways how to create a fantastic looking set of steps with virtually no budget. So yeah, looking around, see what I've got. I've got a few stones, I've got earmarks for it, but I'm going to share with you how I create what is my perfect set of steps in my cottage. But first I've got to find the stones, so let's just get started. I've certainly got off to a good start, so it's always important to check your land, see what you've got, your natural resources. If you haven't got stones in your garden like me, maybe look on the free ads in the papers. Sometimes people are giving away stone, they just want it cleared. So you know, if you haven't got a budget, you just have to literally think outside the box and get out there and get it. Yeah. Sure, I could do something with this lot. So as with any project like this sort of nature, where it's going to be sort of taking traffic, foot traffic, stuff like that, you've got to make sure you've got a good foundation, good solid floor. Scrape all the loose away. Now all we're going to be doing is laying it on a membrane first, a damp proof membrane to stop the damp and the moisture coming up through the clay soil. And we're simply going to bed them on a very stiff mix of sand and cement, or sand and lime. So yeah, nothing too complicated, probably looking at 10, not even 20 euros worth of materials. Basically I'm building a quarter turn stone step which will allow me to utilise the stairs that I've got in place here. They're going to be brought back, cut down a little bit, that way it allows me upstairs a bit more headroom. I'm going to have a wall coming through here, so I'm going to nibble back a little bit more out of this to allow for the wall to come up that side of the steps. So yep, let's get the breaker out. This is literally being powered by the sun. We're running off the solar unit. Keeps my electricity bills down very low. Now initially all the stuff that I was digging out of the floor, all the clay, was going around the back of the property. I was going to put it up against the wall, against the membrane, so I can build the land up so it slopes away. But it's so wet and slippery around here, I've got to go up the hill. As usual, look, nearly blew the camera over. As usual, the weather's took a turn again, so what I'm going to do is just simply dump it outside. It's an area of sort of land I want to build up anyway, so I haven't got to go too far. It's right there, and it will speed the job up. It just feels a little bit more sort of in keeping when you're using stuff that's literally come out of the earth here or been used in the building, so yeah, it's just the best way to reuse what you've got. Next we just give it a sweep, make sure there's no sharp stones in the base just before we put down our plastic membrane, and before I do that I'll blind it off with a little bit of sand just to take out any sharpness or irregularities. There's not many here, it's nice and flat. Now this is just a slightly damp mix now, so it gives me a bit of time to move the stones about. When I plonk the stones down, it's not going to pierce the liner. It just buys me a bit of time because they're heavy stones and I'm going to need to move them about loads of times, so I find just like a damp mix allows you to shift them about without it starting, you know, to set properly and quick. Now the stone I'm thinking of may take a bit of persuasion. It's this stone here. It's been set on a bed, concrete, so it may not come up that easy. I don't want to break it. Oh, that's thick. Oh, we might be okay. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Go down. That's the hardest bit. Now what way do I go? I think, yeah. You know, it's just a case of choosing the best side. Shame about that big chunk there. I wonder. I'm tempted to take it off, but sometimes it could just crack, couldn't it, in the wrong place. Something like that. Yeah, I can bed it up underneath, put some rocks in it, make it nice and solid. Let's put a spirit level over that, see where we are. I mean, it doesn't have to be dead level, perfect, but as near as we can get it, I think. Yeah, that's not far out. Inch or so that in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I've got a bit of making up to do this end, just to bring it up a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, it's too risky to take that deeper part off because we've got, looks like, potentially a crack through there. So I know what's going to happen if I touch that, it will crack in half. No, that's pretty much where it needs to be. The next job is to keep this level across. So we want a good few stones. We can infill with some of this, and then I need something else like this. That might be a bigger challenge, but we'll get there. So now that I've created the footprint for our base, we're going to work on filling up the centre. We're going to set these on a slightly wetter mix, and then I've got to go out and find some more stone, but I just had a thought. Been thinking long and hard about the next level up. I'd like that to be as smooth as I can so it's easy to access really. And then I had a thought. I've got something I can use. Now just under here, got some lovely like Indian sandstone. Events. Got two pieces. We used them inside in our own cottage underneath the wood burner. Don't know if they're the right dimensions. We have a contender. Might come back for the other one, not quite sure yet. So if you can imagine, that's filled up, and then we're now on our second tier. This is a lot higher. But that, on the top here, yeah, make a great base. And the size is perfect, I can't believe it really. Yeah, that'd be a nice sort of uniformed level. Plenty of room to stand on. And then step down onto this one. I just went and got the other piece. I thought maybe it can go there in front of the step. If you can imagine, that is the finished floor level from the front door. And then we'll have a step up that way into the kitchen. I think that'll look rather nice. We'll have some terracotta tiles all around the rest. Just want to make it look like it's always been here. So I think the next stage will be to get these bedded in with a wet mix. Going to knock one up shortly. Going to infill this void in the centre with all the off-cut stones. Get a nice solid foundation for the next level. Yeah, so once that goes off we can build the next level up. Really taking shape. hope this has inspired some of you to give this a go. No, not if necessarily inside, but outside. Just go for it. You'll be amazed what you can achieve. Now for the real test is trying to find the next level stonework. Now obviously the more stone I use, the harder it is for me to find the next pieces, so yeah, still got quite a good selection really. Probably only need 4 or 5, but they have got to be the right size. We'll see. Still like to use that slab that I've got. I think they'll fit really well. It's finally stopped raining, which is good. Just got wind now. Okay, not me. Right, we've got this one here. That'll come out of there. Let's throw a tape measure over that. Yeah, stone 600. This is 450. Could still go there. Yep, 60 wide, it's the same as the other one. Just don't want to dig it up. I can tell you, I had a new tortoise, did I? Oh, he bit me. It's lovely, isn't it? Don't need much. So that's 600 stone. Yeah, we'll just sit sort of here onto that one. And then I've just got to work out 2 stones at the back. Think. A bit of a clean up, very similar to the one I've used already, so it would be in keeping. I'll soon get the moss and off of it, the wire brush. Interesting, it's got a hole worn out there. Maybe that was a point of a pivot for a door. 2 there. No, it wasn't that there. See just there. 2 holes made. Sometimes when you see one, normally a little bit bigger than that, it's where the bottom of the door metal pivot would have went round, but there's 2 there. Sometimes if you see one there, one there and one there, it's the security bars on a window. But yeah, it's interesting 2 there. It has been installed because there's a cement fillet through there. It goes. Okay, what way do I want it? Yeah, I've got to take that cement fillet off. As long as I can get some pointing in there, that's in the cement, that'll be fine. Was it the right decision? Oh, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. And that's basically where I want it to be, I think. Not as high as I hoped. Not too far out actually, time I pack it up. Okay, before I bed the second one on, I've got some levelling on that one to do, which will help me out with my height. So I'm going to pack this end up. That's it, let's get in there. So we try to get it somewhere close. Right. Just a little tap down that side. I think it's because I've got my wooden wedge under there. That's almost spot on. I'm pretty pleased with that. Sometimes things just work out. I think the height is pretty good as well. Absolutely spot on. Perfect size, perfect shape. Yeah, that was well worth the extra effort. I'll tell myself that in the morning. Yeah, it's brilliant. So now I've just got to have a measure up and find these stones here. Yep, I've got one more place to try, and I think I know where there's some that will fit here. Yeah, it certainly feels satisfying when you find stuff. I mean, lucky enough, we've had old buildings around the grounds that have fallen down, and these are the stones, partly from some of them buildings, partly from these buildings that have been later sort of modernised. So yeah, it really is good to be able to recycle stuff like that, without a doubt. Wherever possible, you know, certainly very satisfying, I find. Way around. Once again, I think I've been fortunate in my choice. I'm pretty pleased with that. This is where it gets more challenging because tolerance gets less. So we've got 40, 40. Sometimes the only way to do it is just to do it. Yep, that works. Only just. Obviously I've got to build this end up. Then again, it all changes once you sort of lift them up, put the bed of lime underneath. So I think we're pretty close with that. A little bit of a gap here. Let's have a little think about that. Yeah, I think I'm going to spin that one back round again. It's a bit wider here, and that fills that area there. But this is a little bit thinner, so spin some roundabouts. Going to take a little bit of levelling and packing up with stones. Yeah, we're basically there. Now that was just stop the stone sinking too much into the new mortar. I think I'm going to spin the stone round the other way. A bit of a gamble, but the mortar's down. Just don't want to drop it. Not too bad. That's spot on. And I put a wall up here, can infill. Pretty good. Now what I'm doing now, I'm not going to finish it right up to the final level of the pointing. I'm going to work it in all the crevices. Agitate it like that. I'm going to leave it short of maybe 1.5 to 2 inches before I point it, and when I come to point the stones around the fireplace, the hearth, I will use the same mix, the same colour, and do all the pointing in this area with the same mix. That way it keeps it nice and uniform. And it gives this chance to set a little bit harder. Yeah, what do you think? So now we'll just, say, fill in all these big voids, work it right the way down, agitate it in. When we come through here with the wall for the kitchen, we'll put a bit of footing down there and we'll come up with a stone to reinforce that edge. And there we have it. Now hopefully I've inspired and give you the confidence to tackle those DIY projects that you've been putting off. Now it's important to do your research, yeah, by all means. Just roll your sleeves up, give it a go. You'll be amazed on how much money you can save and what you'll achieve. Let us know how you get on in the comments. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Always like reading your stories about your ancestors, your grandparents, their old methods of working. You know, it's really quite interesting. So yeah, and it helps keep those things in people's living memory. So much has changed in the recent years. It's always nice to have a trip down memory lane. Remember how the old timers used to do it. I think it's also important not to lose those ancient skills, especially with hand tools. You know, your power goes, what do? Stop. You need to have that knowledge to be able to do things with your hands and the tools, and have the tools actually to use. You know, a lot of people nowadays, power goes out, they can't use a saw or don't want to, and yeah, I think it's important anyway. We'll clean it up shortly. Bit of a nice one really, but yeah, it's a bit dusty. Now, I have simply one question for you I'd like you all to answer. And that question is simply, do they look original to this cottage? Let me know what you think. Okay, if you like this video and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, leave us a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.